These 7 itchy areas indicate that your life expectancy may be short. Have you ever noticed an itch that just will not go away? Maybe it is on your hands. Maybe it is on your feet. And no matter how much you scratch, it keeps coming back. Most of the time, you probably do not think much of it. An itch is just an itch, right? Well, not always. Sometimes, these stubborn itches can actually be little warning signs from your body. They might be telling you something about your health, something you definitely should not ignore. And if the itching is happening in certain areas, it could even mean your life expectancy is not as long as you would hope. Sounds scary, but do not worry. You are about to find out exactly what to watch for. Imagine you are going about your day, and suddenly, your palms start itching. You rub them together. You scratch them against your jeans. Maybe you even grab some lotion. But the itch lingers. Some people say itchy palms mean money is coming your way. But in reality, constant itching in this area could be a red flag. Your liver might be struggling. When the liver is not working properly, toxins start building up in the body. One of the most common symptoms? You guessed it, itchy palms. And if your liver is in trouble, it could be a sign of serious issues like cirrhosis or even liver failure. Definitely not something to take lightly. Now let's talk about your feet. If they're always itchy, you might think it is just athlete's foot or dry skin. But what if it is something more? Persistent itching on your feet could be connected to poor circulation. When blood is not flowing properly, the skin does not get enough oxygen and nutrients. The result? Itching. Poor circulation is often linked to heart problems. And heart problems, as you probably already know, can cut your life short. If your feet are always itching for no obvious reason, it might be time to check in with your doctor. Moving up to your scalp, a little bit of itching here, and there is normal. Maybe you forgot to wash your hair. Maybe you were just having a dry skin day. But if your scalp is constantly driving you crazy with that itchy sensation, it could be a sign of stress. And stress is not just about feeling overwhelmed. Chronic stress affects your entire body. It messes with your hormones. It weakens your immune system. It even increases your risk of heart disease. So if you are always scratching your head and not because you are thinking hard, it could be your body's way of saying you need to slow down and take care of yourself. Let's move to a place people do not like to talk about: the armpits. If you have been dealing with ongoing itchiness there, it might not just be a simple skin irritation. The lymph nodes under your arms are part of your immune system. When they become swollen or irritated, it could mean your body is fighting off something serious. In some cases, persistent itching in the armpits has been linked to certain cancers like lymphoma. Now, before you panic, occasional itching is normal. But if it keeps happening and you cannot figure out why, do not ignore it. Then there's the lower legs. If you find yourself constantly scratching your shins or calves, poor circulation could be the culprit. This often happens to people who have diabetes or other metabolic issues. When blood sugar levels are not well controlled, it can damage the nerves and cause an itchy sensation. It might start off as just an occasional annoyance, but over time, it can lead to more serious complications like nerve damage, infections, and even amputations. Definitely not something you want to ignore. Now let's talk about the back. If you have an itch on your back that never seems to go away, it might not just be a random irritation. Persistent back itching has been linked to kidney problems. When the kidneys are not functioning properly, toxins start to build up in the bloodstream. One of the ways the body reacts is by making the skin itch. If you are dealing with ongoing itching on your back and you have no clue why, it might be a good idea to get your kidneys checked out. Finally, we need to discuss the chest. An itchy chest is not just uncomfortable. It could be a warning sign. Some people with heart issues report feeling a strange itching sensation on their chest before experiencing serious problems. It might be linked to poor circulation or inflammation in the body. Either way, if your chest is always itchy without any clear reason, it could be worth looking into. Your heart might be trying to tell you something. So, when should you see a doctor about persistent itching in these areas? It starts as a tiny itch. You scratch. It comes back. You scratch again. Before you know it, you're in a full-blown battle with your own skin. Itching is one of those things that can be totally normal or a sign that something serious is going on. Most of the time, it is just dry skin, maybe an insect bite, or that cheap detergent you swore you would never buy again. But what if it does not go away? What if it keeps coming back no matter how much lotion you slather on? That is when you need to start paying attention. Your body has a way of sending signals when something is not right, and persistent itching might just be one of them. Let's get real for a moment. You know how sometimes your car makes a weird noise, and you just turn up the radio to ignore it? That is what people do with their health all the time. But imagine that noise getting louder every day until your engine gives out on the highway. Itching can be like that. It starts small, you think it is nothing. Then suddenly, it is waking you up at night, spreading to different parts of your body, or even coming with other weird symptoms. That is when you need to stop ignoring it and actually do something about it. Itching can be tricky because on its own, it does not seem like a big deal. But when it sticks around for weeks or keeps showing up in the same spot, your body might be waving a red flag. If you have an itch that will not quit, it is time to pay attention. Sometimes it is just a stubborn case of dry skin, but other times it is your liver, kidneys, or even your blood trying to tell you something is off. If the itch is paired with other things like unexplained weight loss, night sweats, or yellowish skin, then it is a whole different story. That is not just an annoying itch. That is a sign that something deeper is going on. Imagine you have an itch that is mostly on your hands and feet. You think maybe it is just dryness. But then you notice that your urine is darker than usual, or you feel more tired than normal. That could be your liver struggling to do its job. And trust me, your liver is one organ you do not want to mess with. Then there is the kind of itching that comes with little to no rash. You keep scratching, but there is nothing there except maybe some redness from all the scratching. That could mean something is going on inside your body, not just on your skin. Sometimes chronic conditions like diabetes mess with your nerves, leading to constant itching, especially on your lower legs. Or maybe your kidneys are not filtering out waste properly, and those toxins in your blood are making you itch all over. The problem is, most people do not connect an itch with something like kidney disease. They just think they need a better moisturizer. Itching can also be a stress response. You ever notice how, when you are really nervous or overwhelmed, you start rubbing your arms or scratching your neck? That is because stress messes with your nervous system and your body reacts in weird ways. But stress-related itching usually comes and goes. If it is happening every single day with no sign of stopping, that is not just nerves. That is a reason to check in with your doctor. One of the biggest signs that an itch is not just an itch is when it is mostly at night. If you find yourself scratching like crazy after dark, especially in areas like your palms or feet, it could be related to liver issues or even a blood disorder. Some types of cancers, like lymphoma, can cause intense nighttime itching. And before you panic, no, every itch at night does not mean cancer. But if it is happening consistently and other things feel off in your body, it is worth looking into. Another thing to look out for is an itch that comes with bumps, blisters, or flaky patches that do not go away. Skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis can cause ongoing itching, but those conditions usually have a clear pattern. They flare up and calm down. If you have a rash that is sticking around for weeks, looking worse instead of better, or spreading to new areas, that is a sign your skin is trying to tell you something important. Now let's talk about where the itch is happening. If it is mostly in one spot, like your scalp, it could be something as simple as buildup from hair products or dandruff. But if that itching turns into sores or your hair starts thinning in that area, it might be an infection or even an autoimmune issue. If the itching is in your armpits and keeps coming back even when you switch deodorants, it could be a sign of a fungal infection or a reaction to certain chemicals. But if it is happening along with swollen lymph nodes or unexplained fatigue, that is a whole different story. Another area people tend to ignore is the lower legs. If you're always scratching your shins, especially at night, it might be more than just dry skin. Poor circulation can lead to itching in the lower legs, and if left unchecked, it can turn into bigger issues like varicose veins or even blood clots. If your legs are itchy, swollen, or feel heavy all the time, that is a good reason to talk to a doctor. Some itching is just your body reacting to the environment. Maybe it is seasonal allergies, a reaction to new laundry detergent, or even just the weather messing with your skin. But when itching is nonstop, shows up in weird places, or brings along other symptoms like unexplained bruising, swelling, or extreme fatigue, it is time to take action. So, when should you actually see a doctor? If your itching has been going on for more than 2 weeks with no sign of stopping, it is time to get checked. If you are itching all over your body without an obvious cause like dry skin or an allergic reaction, that is another reason. If the itching is keeping you up at night, making you bleed from scratching too much, or spreading to multiple areas, do not ignore it. And if it is coming with things like weight loss, fever, or changes in your skin color, that is a clear signal that something is going on inside your body. Ignoring persistent itching is like ignoring a fire alarm that keeps beeping. Sure, maybe the battery is just low, but what if there is actually smoke? The sooner you get it checked, the better. Your body is always talking to you. You just have to listen. Are there any home remedies to relieve itching while I get checked? The first thing you need to do is cool things down. Heat makes itching worse. Ever noticed how your skin feels extra itchy after a hot shower? That is because hot water strips away natural oils, leaving your skin dry and irritated. If you are dealing with an itch that will not quit, turn the temperature down. A cool shower or a damp, cold cloth on the itchy area can bring quick relief. Some people even swear by ice cubes wrapped in a towel. Just press it against the area for a few minutes, and you might feel the urge to scratch fade away. Another trick is oatmeal. Not the kind you eat, though that is great for breakfast. You need colloidal oatmeal, which is finely ground oats that dissolve in water. If you have ever taken an oatmeal bath, you know how soothing it can be. Just toss them into a lukewarm bath and soak for about 15 to 20 minutes. It creates a protective layer on your skin that helps lock in moisture and calm the irritation. If you do not have a bathtub, you can mix the oatmeal with a little water to make a paste and apply it directly to the itchy spot. Speaking of things you probably already have at home, let's talk about baking soda. This stuff is not just for baking or keeping your fridge fresh. It has natural anti-inflammatory properties that can help with itching. Add a cup to your bath or mix a little with water to make a paste. Just apply it to the itchy area, let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, then rinse it off. It works wonders, especially if your itch is caused by an allergic reaction or insect bites. Aloe vera is another great option. If you have a plant at home, just snap off a leaf, squeeze out the gel, and apply it directly to the itch. If you do not have a plant, store-bought aloe vera gel works too. Just make sure it is pure and does not have a bunch of added ingredients. Aloe cools the skin, reduces redness, and helps with inflammation. Plus, it feels amazing. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Apple cider vinegar. It has been used for ages to soothe skin irritation. The acetic acid in it has antibacterial properties, which can help if your itching is caused by bacteria or a mild infection. Just dilute it with water before applying. If your skin is already broken from scratching, skip this one because it will sting like crazy. Coconut oil is another simple remedy. If your skin is dry and flaky, a little coconut oil can help restore moisture and create a barrier to keep irritants out. Just rub a small amount onto the affected area and let your skin soak it up. It is especially helpful for itchy patches caused by eczema or psoriasis. Honey is another natural remedy that has been used for centuries. It has antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties, which make it great for soothing irritated skin. Just dab a little on the itchy area, let it sit for a bit, then rinse it off. It is a little sticky, but it works. If your itch is allergy-related, antihistamines can help. But if you do not want to take medication, there are natural antihistamines too. Green tea and chamomile tea both contain compounds that can help reduce allergic reactions. You can drink them or apply the cooled tea bags directly to the itchy area. They help calm inflammation and provide a cooling effect. Hydration is another key factor. Sometimes, itching is just your skin screaming for moisture. Drinking more water can help, especially if your itch is due to dryness. And do not forget about moisturizing from the outside too. Look for fragrance-free lotions with ingredients like shea butter, ceramides, or glycerin. The fewer unnecessary ingredients, the better. If you suspect your itch is stress-related, finding ways to relax can help. Stress can make everything worse, including itching. Deep breathing, stretching, or even just listening to music can take your mind off the irritation. The more stressed you are, the more your body reacts, so calming down might help ease the itch. Another thing that helps is being mindful of what you are wearing. Tight clothing can make itching worse, especially if the fabric is rough or synthetic. Stick to loose, breathable cotton to avoid further irritation. If your laundry detergent is heavily scented, that might be part of the problem too. Try switching to a hypoallergenic detergent and see if that makes a difference. If none of these things seem to help, and the itch is getting worse, do not wait too long to see a doctor. Persistent itching could be a sign of something deeper going on in your body. But while you wait for an appointment, these home remedies can at least help keep the itch under control. Itching is annoying, but you do not have to suffer through it without relief. Your skin deserves a break. So, what lifestyle changes can help reduce itching caused by underlying health issues? Itching can be one of the most frustrating things to deal with. At first, it is just a little annoying, but then it gets worse. You scratch, thinking it will help, but that only makes things more irritating. Before you know it, your skin is red, inflamed, and even more unbearable than before. When itching is caused by an underlying health issue, things can feel even more out of control. It is not just dry skin or an insect bite. It is something deeper, something inside your body that is triggering that constant urge to scratch. So, what can you do about it? While medical treatment is important, making certain lifestyle changes can go a long way in keeping the itch under control. The first thing to look at is hydration. When your body does not have enough water, your skin suffers. It becomes dry, flaky, and way more prone to itching. Drinking enough water is one of the simplest ways to keep your skin healthy. If you are constantly reaching for coffee, soda, or alcohol, try swapping in more water throughout the day. Dehydration sneaks up on you, and by the time you feel thirsty, your skin might already be paying the price. Keeping a water bottle with you and sipping regularly can make a bigger difference than you think. Diet also plays a huge role in how your skin feels. If your body is dealing with inflammation from the inside, it can show up as itching on the outside. Certain foods can make things worse, especially highly processed ones loaded with sugar and unhealthy fats. On the other hand, foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds, can help calm inflammation. Adding more fruits and vegetables packed with antioxidants can also support skin health. If you notice that certain foods trigger your itching, it might be time to start a food journal and see if there is a pattern. Managing stress is another key factor. It sounds strange, but stress is a way of making everything worse, including itching. When you are anxious or overwhelmed, your body releases chemicals that can make inflammation and skin irritation worse. If you have ever noticed that your skin flares up during stressful times, that is no coincidence. Finding ways to keep stress in check can help break the cycle. Meditation, deep breathing, exercise, or even just taking a few minutes to relax with a book or music can lower your stress levels and, in turn, reduce your itch. Getting enough sleep is another often overlooked factor. Your body heals itself while you sleep, and if you are constantly running on too little rest, your skin does not get the recovery time it needs. Poor sleep can weaken your immune system, increase inflammation, and make you more sensitive to itch triggers. If you struggle with sleep, try creating a bedtime routine that helps you wind down. Avoid screens before bed. Keep your room cool, and consider using a white noise machine if outside sounds keep you up. Exercise is another game changer when it comes to managing itching caused by underlying conditions. Regular movement improves circulation, which helps your skin get the nutrients it needs. It also reduces inflammation and helps your body process toxins that could be making your symptoms worse. You do not have to go all out with intense workouts. Even a daily walk, some stretching, or light yoga can make a difference. Just be mindful of sweating. If sweat lingers on your skin, it can lead to irritation. Showering after a workout and wearing breathable fabrics can help keep things under control. Speaking of fabrics, what you wear matters. If your skin is already sensitive, certain materials can make things worse. Tight clothing, synthetic fabrics, and rough textures can rub against your skin and make itching unbearable. Sticking to loose, breathable cotton or moisture-wicking fabrics can help. Also, be mindful of laundry detergents. If yours is heavily scented or filled with harsh chemicals, it could be irritating your skin without you even realizing it. Switching to a fragrance-free, hypoallergenic detergent can sometimes make a big difference. Bathing habits are another area where small changes can have a big impact. While a long, hot shower might feel relaxing, it is actually one of the worst things for itchy skin. Hot water strips away natural oils, leaving your skin dry and irritated. Lukewarm showers are much better for maintaining moisture. Using a mild, fragrance-free soap can also help prevent further irritation. After bathing, pat your skin dry instead of rubbing it with a towel, and apply a good moisturizer while your skin is still slightly damp. This helps lock in hydration and keeps your skin barrier strong. Speaking of moisture, keeping your skin hydrated from the outside is just as important as staying hydrated from the inside. If you are dealing with constant itching, a good moisturizer should be your best friend. Look for one that is free from fragrances and unnecessary additives. Ingredients like shea butter, ceramides, and glycerin help restore the skin barrier and prevent dryness. Applying moisturizer regularly, especially after showers and before bed, can make a world of difference. If your itching is caused by an autoimmune or inflammatory condition, reducing exposure to environmental triggers can help. Things like dust, pet dander, mold, and pollen can all contribute to skin irritation. Keeping your living space clean, using an air purifier, and washing your bedding regularly can help minimize these triggers. If you have pets, brushing them outside and keeping them off your bed might also help reduce flare-ups. Sun exposure is another factor to consider. While some sun can be beneficial, too much can lead to dryness and irritation. If you spend a lot of time outdoors, using a gentle sunscreen can help protect your skin. On the other hand, if your itching is related to conditions like eczema or psoriasis, a little controlled sun exposure might actually help. Finding the right balance and listening to how your skin reacts is key. Another lifestyle change that can help is limiting alcohol and smoking. Both can trigger inflammation in the body, which can make itching worse. Alcohol dehydrates the skin, making it more prone to dryness. Smoking, on the other hand, reduces circulation, which can slow down healing and make skin conditions worse. Cutting back or quitting altogether can improve your skin's overall health and help reduce flare-ups. If your itching is related to an underlying condition like diabetes, kidney disease, or liver issues, managing the condition itself is crucial. Following your doctor's advice, keeping up with medications, and making dietary changes specific to your condition can help control the itching. The better you manage your overall health, the better your skin will feel. Sometimes, despite all these lifestyle changes, the itch just will not go away. If it is persistent, getting worse, or affecting your daily life, seeing a doctor is important. They can run tests to determine the exact cause and recommend treatments that target the root issue. In the meantime, making these adjustments can help keep the itch at bay and make life a little more comfortable. Itching may be frustrating, but you are not powerless against it. Small changes add up, and by taking care of your body inside and out, you can make a big difference in how your skin feels. So, what does all of this mean? Should you panic every time you get an itch? Absolutely not. Most of the time, an itch is just an itch. Maybe your skin is dry. Maybe you touch something irritating. But if you notice a persistent itch in one of these 7 areas, and it just will not go away no matter what you do, do not ignore it. Your body is always sending you signals. The question is, are you paying attention? Catching health problems early can make a huge difference. And in some cases, it could even save your life. So, next time you feel that annoying itch, take a moment to listen to what your body might be trying to tell you. If you like today's discussion, don't forget to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated with every video we release. And yes, don't forget to share your experiences and thoughts in the comments. Every comment is special to us. Your feedback helps us improve further. We'll continue to meet you in every new video on this channel. So until next time, take care.